So I just want to take a little time and thank everybody. You have to look under your chairs. We have 3 gifts. Anybody found anything? Maybe look. Oh, you found one? Oh, okay. Can you stand up? What's your name? Xavier. Xavier, I have a question for you. Have you ever seen a ghost? No? Okay, then you're going to see some tonight in House of Temptation. A big hand and clap for Xavier. He got 2 free tickets to any show in this festival he wants to come and see the movies. The film, we cut a teaser about last week, and the teaser is getting so much popularity that SF Chronicle called me the other day and they say, what's happening with your film? And then we got written up twice in Chronicle in last week.
I don't agree with your perceptions of my work. Look around the congregation during one of my sermons. You see a vibrant community of all ethnicities, all sexual orientations.
That is not the point. We are here to instill Christian values, real Christian values. And you are far too progressive, bringing all of these different kinds of people into this church.
You want all different kinds of people. This is a house of God.
You should have listened to Jenkins, Jeremiah. You should have done exactly what they told you to do.
Great, and do you know what that means? That means I stand in front of the door and say, sorry, you're Asian, you can't come in, you're black, you're gay, you're not welcome. And I am hearing this from my own wife now. I can't believe it. God laid out for us to fall into homelessness out of nowhere for no good reason!
I hope Maya doesn't find out that we're in here.
Look, if we get caught, we'll just say that we came here to film art.
Oh yeah, she'll love it.
Miles, what's that scream?
I don't know.
Please help us.
Why is the boy asking for help, John?
I think he's upstairs. Yeah, I think so. Hey, there he is.
He's not there.
Okay, let's go to the library.
Is that a ghost or a spirit?
Hey, you left a book.
Right. Perfect. So, Johnny, how does it feel? How the camera turned on you?
No, you love it too. And we had our favorite home videographer this whole time.
That is absolutely true. Thank you, Johnny. So what? You're a cult?
I seduce men. I destroy families.
Let God carry out your fears then.
Jeremiah? Jeremiah? Remember what you have to do. Recycle the blood, Jeremiah.
That's with the door!
I have done 2 romantic comedies before. This was my first kind of horror movie. I made Bicycle Bride, and I went to American Film Market where all the distributors from all over the world get together, and I met actually Robbie Little, and he said, Hassan, I saw your movie Bicycle Bride. My wife saw it and she loved it, and so I was just sitting over there, and he said, why don't you do a horror movie? But horror is not like really my favorite genre because I was never raised on watching horror movies. But I just thought maybe I'll just do it and see how it goes. So we wrote the script, and I was like, wow, how am I going to find an actress who is going to play the demon? So the guy Og, Michael Navarra, he's a Bay Area actor, and so he suggested that I should talk to Jenna Hunt because he had worked with her, and she's an LA actress. She lives in Los Angeles. So So I called her, and uh, just the way this is kind of her persona. She's not a demon or anything, but she like talks like that. She's pretty strong. She's like Betty Davis kind of actress. So when I called her, I remember she said, just send me the script, and I don't want to talk to you anymore. I just want to read the story. I don't want you to influence me in any way. I just want to see if the story tells me to play this part. So I emailed her the script, and she spent 4 or 5 hours, and she called me at midnight, and she said, Hassan, I don't think I can do your movie. So because I had seen a couple of her movies before, and so I was kind of disappointed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, nobody in the Bay Area wants to do this character, and maybe I should just give up. And so, but she said that if you can think of originally she was the one who's gonna do the pastor, and her were gonna have the sex scene originally, and she said I'm not gonna do it, and so that's the reason I am rejecting your film. So I could not sleep at night, and I was like, wow, I have this wonderful actress who wants to work with me, but she's not gonna do it because of this one scene. So I came up with another idea, and I called her in the morning and said, what if we get another actress to do the ritual scene? And so she said, okay, I'll think about it and I'll call you tonight. So that's how we got Jenna Hunt to do that role.
Where was the house?
My friend Paige, just out of the blue, called me and said, hey, you're looking for some house, go and check this house for the pastor's house in Oakland. And so the Johnny's house and the pastor's house, that was my friend Paige's friend's house. So I went over there and I checked it, and I was like, oh, I like the colors and everything. And I was coming out of that house, and I just looked on the right side, and it's this big Cohen Bray house, like in the middle of Fruitvale. I was like, oh my gosh. And it said historical building, city of Oakland. So I thought it might be just abandoned and nobody's there. So I started calling. I saw a couple of neighbors, and I'm pretty open. I talk to people all the time, so I'm not afraid. So I started talking to those guys, and they're like, this house is haunted, man. I was like, well, I'm gonna go and check it out anyway. So I went in and I knocked at the door, and this old man comes out. And I said, I'm a filmmaker, and I'm looking for a house. And so I go inside the house. And in the screenplay, which I wrote about 6 months before, I wrote that this house has 3 floors, and it's covered all with trees, and the backyard, and there is a servant quarters. So exactly the way it was written in the script, I had that house in front of me, and the old man says that we have been looking for somebody to come and make this movie in this house. This house was a gift to their daughter 100 years ago. So a lot of things which she says Maya, so we kind of, whatever is the history of the house, we added it into the screenplay. So I was just blessed and amazed.
Do you think you might make more horror?
I am more interested in characters, and I do feel that, when I have made 3 feature films, when I was a kid, I always wanted to make films, but everybody else, my parents, my brothers and sisters, they said, you are so intelligent, you have what they call such a great memory, and you should be a doctor. So I was like 19, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a doctor. So I got accepted in medical school, so I did, my whole medicine, and then after, in my heart, I was like, I wanted to tell stories. So I was 26, and I practiced for 1 year, and then I decided to come to America to pursue my dreams, and I wrote my first screenplay, I remember, in the library in San Francisco Public Library, and I called up an Academy Award cinematographer. He read my script and he helped me to shoot my first film, which was released in 30 cities in movie theaters. So you guys can check my biography, Night of Henna. Then I did a second feature film, Bicycle Bride, thank you. Bicycle Bride in 2009, which was picked up by a French distributor to release all over the world. Yes. I have 2 screenplays which I'm working on, and the one which I want to make it in Oregon is it's about a guy who just lost his parents, and he's a city guy, and he's young, he's in his 20s, and he goes into the mountains, and he experiences this girl who lives with her mother, and the mother is disabled, and the girl has never felt love before, and so she's gonna experience love, and this our protagonist is gonna make her understand what it means to love somebody. Yes.
I want to know 3 of your favorite movies, please.
Okay. My favorite movie is Cinema Paradiso. It's an Italian film. It's about a little boy who wants to make movies. In American films, I do like Taxi Driver. I think Martin Scorsese's film Taxi Drivers was very strong. His now films are kind of very, very commercial, but I really liked his original, kind of the first. I like Taxi Driver a lot. And third, let's see, there's so many movies. Actually, I liked Rosemary's Baby. And I want to thank each and every one of you for making the time to come and watch this movie with me. Thank you so much.